Ahoy!
Welcome to another episode of Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick. Welcome back. It's the best place for you to get up to date with all the news of the week in the world of streaming and movies. How are you, Adam?
I am well, thank you. Yourself?
Very good.
It's been a while. We've had a week off this particular show.
Yes,
We just did the movie show last week.
we did.
But now we're back.
That was the first episode of the season 14 stream
was.
table.
Simon.
A film that will live long in the memory.
I hope so.
British
Well,
movie.
do I hope so? I kind of hope it doesn't.
Let's see.
It's pretty bad.
But, well, we'll see. We'll come back on Thursday and find out what we made of the second film in season 14. Another British movie.
Yeah. We started out British this season.
Yeah, Secrets of the Lodge.
Tales from the Lodge.
Tales from the Lodge.
Stuck in Nick's memory already.
Yeah, and I'd make an interesting double feature. That's
They would.
all I would say.
That's true. All-star British cast.
Yeah. And a few of those, it's that person from that thing.
Yeah.
Mixed in there as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm interested to do talk about it. Actually.
Same. It's going to be a fun episode, I think, that one. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, so come back Thursday for that.
You been up to much? Any gossip?
I don't think that there is anything particularly gossipy that's happened. I feel quite time poor. Just like
A lot going on.
Yeah, just general busyness of life. So, but that's. I had a haircut.
It looks nice.
You've not had a haircut.
No, I'm due one on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I was actually due one last Saturday, but I was away for the weekend. So
You are carrying yourself with a quiet confidence, though. I must
what does that mean?
just looking.
I'm just rocking it.
Yeah.
I do need one. Desperately need one. I've got the dentist tomorrow again,
Oh yeah.
and then I'm gonna have a haircut on Saturday. So that's my weekend sorted.
Rock and fucking roll.
Get my head sorted out. I went to Centre Parks last weekend.
Excellent.
Expensive there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah. Yeah, you've done well just to
They
get some time there. To be fair.
I only want to bring this up because I want to try see if I can shock you.
Okay.
Have you heard of Dubai chocolate?
Yes.
So they've got bars of Dubai chocolate in this shop.
It's awful.
Yeah, I've never tried it. It sounds disgusting.
My kids had some brought back to them by a relative.
Yeah.
And I tried a bit and I thought it was awful.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting. So they've got them for sale in the sweet shop in Centre Parks. Now, Centre Parks is quite expensive. Sure. How much are you paying for a bar of Dubai chocolate in Centre Parks?
Well, I reckon Freddo's a $5 there. So I'd say
it's about this big, like normal size bar of chocolate.
I'm going to say $8.99.
£12.
Wow.
A bar.
Wow.
They got some discounted because they were going out of date because obviously no fuckers buying them.
Yeah.
They were £9.
It's hardly worth the discount.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I
Yeah.
was like, £12 for a bar of chocolate.
I find that, I've not been for a few years, I find that place absolutely fascinating because they have the supermarket on site.
Yes.
And like a tin of soup's £4.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
It's
don't
just
want
a
to get
co-op.
on that.
The supermarket's just a co-op. It's just not branded.
I don't want to get on that sort of, stealth tax whole thing. But honestly, it's fascinating. You go to their website and you put up like, you put in your dates or whatever. I'm interested in going this day.
Yeah.
And pick a week that is a school holiday.
Yeah.
But also on their screen it shows you like the price of this exactly the same thing the week before and the week after. It's
9 times more sometimes.
It's
is ridiculous.
Unforgivable.
It is. It shouldn't be allowed.
Gets away with
it
that.
shouldn't be allowed. It really shouldn't.
It's.
I guess do they try and do it to keep a certain type of clientele out? Is that why they do it? I don't know. Maybe.
Am I tarring everyone with a brush by saying a certain type of clientele wouldn't care if their kids were in school and they'd just go on the
fair
cheap wheat? I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah, I couldn't believe £12 for a bar of chocolate.
That's crazy.
The standards bars in there were like a £5.
Yeah.
It was crazy. You get free bars of Tony's for £16.
Take food with you, man.
We did. We took quite a lot of food with us.
Like, good God.
It's a great experience. I love going to Centre Parks. It's really good, but you have got to be prepared to spend some money.
Yeah.
To get the full experience.
Yeah. Agree. Did you do any like ridiculously
We did
overpriced activities?
family wall ball,
Okay.
which is it's basically in a squash court.
Yeah.
And they've got an interactive projector that projects onto the wall.
Oh,
and
okay,
you throw
yeah. I'm
like
with you.
softballs at.
Yeah.
It targets. That was quite good fun. I was knackered after 45 minutes of it, but it was my niece enjoyed it.
Good.
It was good. How she didn't get wiped out with a ball, I don't know. Because obviously we're standing quite far back from it. She's right at the front.
They're at like
trying to
face level,
She's only
bouncing
4,
back
bless
off
her.
her.
Yeah, they're like, how she never got nailed in the face, I don't know.
Well, you obviously weren't trying hard enough.
No.
So,
What else did we do? We did that. I think that was pretty much it. We went swimming every day, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's free.
Yeah.
But we played shuffleboard.
oh, nice.
That's quite good fun. We did that. They've got a mini golf there, but it's not golf, it's pool. So it's all these like pool tables.
I've seen a
with
couple of these
obstacles
around.
on.
Yeah.
So we didn't do it, but they've got that there. That looked quite good fun.
Okay.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Wicked.
Yeah, it was nice.
Good. I'm happy to hear you had a fun time.
I did.
Talking of sports
Okay.
and activities, should we move into our question of the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, this has been doing the rounds a bit this week. I don't know if you'll have seen it.
I haven't. Well, I might have, but I don't know what it is yet.
Obviously, we're well renowned for our sports knowledge.
Yes,
so I was
100%.
keen to run this one past you.
Okay.
And I like just the randomness of it fits in with the theme, the just chaos of our question of the week.
Okay.
So this is a hypothetical sporting matchup
Right.
between two giants of their respective games.
Okay.
So
Am I going to know who these people are?
yeah, 100%. So one is now retired, but we'll presume he's in his prime, yeah?
Okay.
So we've got a time machine or whatever. So Mo Farah, Sir Mo Farah,
I know him.
famous
I don't know him, but I know
Olympian distance runner / marathoner
Yeah.
versus teenage dart sensation Luke Littler.
Okay. Right.
Now, the match,
Yeah.
if we are to call it that, is that they are running a half marathon,
Right.
13.1 miles,
Yep.
but at the end of every mile,
Yep.
they have to play a leg of 5:01.
Right.
Who crosses the finish line first?
Right. Let's get this right. So they run a mile.
Yeah.
They then have to play a game against each other.
Well, no.
They just have to throw a 5:01.
5:01 and check out on a double.
Well, Luke Littler's obviously winning that every time. But
How far behind?
He's going to be quite a long way behind Mo Farah, especially by the end. That's an interesting. I don't even.
We don't know how fast Luke Littler can run a mile.
We don't, and
I'm presuming he's going to get quite a bit slower.
I don't want to be disparaging to the guy, but I'm pretty sure he couldn't finish a half marathon anyway. I don't know that.
But
That's just
how
by looks, I
good
don't know
is
the guy.
how good is Mo Farah on the doubles?
We don't know that either.
Exactly.
He might be great at darts.
And we're not giving them time to practice. We're dropping them in.
Okay.
So it's not like you've got 6 months to practice darts. You've got 6 months to practice running.
Yeah. I'm giving this to Mo Farah.
I think I would be inclined to.
Because
But I do wonder if it'd be closer than you think the more you think about it.
I don't think it would. I think I can check out a 5:01. It would take me a long time to do it, but I think I could do it quicker than Luke Littler could run a mile.
You've got to do it 13. You've got to do it 13
But
times.
by that time, you've got your eye in
True.
by the end, and he's not got his eye in on that mile 13 when he's running. He's dying at that point, like I would be.
He could walk it if he had enough time.
How long does it take to walk a mile?
What? Isn't it about 3 point something an hour? Don't they say?
3 miles an hour.
So say 20.
25 minutes. For half an hour
walking,
at that
half
point.
an hour. What's Mo Farah going to run a mile?
You can check out 5:01 in half an hour.
Well, Mo Farah's going to run a mile in what? 4 minutes? 5 minutes?
Yeah, so he's got a 25-minute head start at least. You can check out 5:01 in 25 minutes, even if you're throwing really badly.
I don't think it's getting the score down that's the problem. It's checking out, isn't it?
Yeah. If you can't check out a 5:01 in 25 minutes, surely anybody can do that.
I think the odds are.
If you're not playing against
Mo
anybody, because you're
Farah's.
literally just throwing darts
Yeah.
constantly. Yeah, that's easily. Mo Farah's easily winning that.
I'm not sure it's as close, but I think he would.
I don't think Luke Littler can finish a half marathon. I think he would. I don't think I can. I definitely know I can't finish a half
I
marathon.
think
And
like 19 or 20
Yeah,
or whatever.
but he's not. I don't want to be horrible about Luke Littler because he seems like a really nice guy, and I'm sure he is. But I'm
not
just thinking
trying to
about
trap
myself here. We're a similar build of people. I think he might even be a little bit bigger than me. But then, do you have to be quite fit to be a dartist? It's got to be it's Mo Farah all day. It's Mo Farah all day. I'm sorry.
I think the first couple of miles he might surprise you in how quickly he does them, but you've got to run 13 miles.
Yeah.
And that then affects the darts performance, surely.
Yes, 100%.
After when he's 8 miles in.
But not for Mo Farah. He could easily.
Yeah.
He's not going to be out of breath by 13 miles.
No.
In his prime.
Yeah.
Nah. This Mo Farah's doing that all day, every day. Let us know if you agree.
Let us know. And,
I put a poll on Spotify so you can say what you think.
I mean, forget about the Olympics and the World Cup. Get this set up. That's what I say.
That's a Netflix special all over it.
Yeah, it does. It's an absolute mashup.
We could host that show. I'll host the darts bit, you do the running bit.
Great, yeah.
You just have to keep up with them and interview them as they're running.
Not like the London Marathon where you're interviewing a
I
don't know, guy dressed as a giraffe or something.
I saw that at the weekend. There was lots of London Marathon going on around Centre Parks. It was quite interesting.
What, does it go through that?
No, it doesn't. But it was just on the TV when I got up in the morning because my dad was watching it. I find it fascinating that people can run a marathon.
Anyone can run a marathon. You should train.
Yeah, but
have you ever? It's never. Like no. I've given lots of sports again my time, and running has never. No. I've never got that bug.
It's boring, and I can't do it. I would love to be able to say I've ran the London Marathon,
right?
But that is never going to happen.
Okay.
So, and I've made my peace with that many years ago.
Right.
But I find it fascinating that people can. I saw the lady who finished last. She crossed the line at like 11:30 at night. Yeah, it's still incredible that you could even finish it.
Sure.
It's amazing.
Her time was like 8.5 hours or something.
Yeah, crazy.
Good on you. Excellent. Should we look at some news?
Let's do some news.
So we'll start, as we usually do, with Netflix news. And
okay.
The first piece of news this week is that a new adult animated show is working its way to Netflix.
Netflix love an adult animated show.
They do. And this is Dad's House, an Australian animation. Is on its way. It comes from the co-creators of Smiling Friends, which you may have seen some of as I think that's on like Adult Swim.
I think so. I've heard
in
of
the
it.
States. Yes, Dad's House comes from the same creative team from Smiling Friends and is set in suburban Australia and focuses on 13-year-old Sean, who spends every other weekend with his dad Ian. Following his parents' divorce. Not enough Ians around.
There's not.
Ian does his best to make most of time with his son, but the single father has a knack for complicating things. Yeah.
I do like an adult... I can't say adult animated show. I do like an adult animated show. They're quite fun sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, some have hit better than others.
Yeah, Netflix have tried a lot now.
Yes.
And not many of them do hit, to be honest. There's probably BoJack Horseman and Big Mouth are the big two, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of longevity, what was the hotel one from last year?
That was really good. The Haunted Hotel, whatever it's called.
Yeah, was what it was called. Yeah, so that's coming back for a second season. So, we'll check that out when it arrives later this year.
Cool. I like the one that got cancelled about the boat captain. What was that called?
Oh, yes.
Captain something.
Yeah.
That was quite good. That got cancelled.
Another commission from Netflix.
Okay.
This time in terms of live action, is an upcoming drama / romance show, which, according to Deadline, Netflix won in a bidding war. We love it when there's a bidding war.
We do.
And this purchase is Lovesick.
Lovesick.
A romantic drama starring and executive produced by, I believe, multiple Emmy winner Claire Danes.
Oh, okay.
I guess mostly stocking up that Emmy trophy cabinet from Homeland.
Yes.
Which was Homeland. At one point, I don't know about ratings wise, but certainly like water cooler wise, that was one of the biggest shows for a couple of years.
Yeah, it was.
Before it.
The first season of Homeland
died
is
off a
really
little.
good, and then it drops off a cliff after that.
Lovesick will be written and executive produced along with Claire Danes by Sarah Treem, who worked on The Affair and House of Cards previously for Netflix. She will serve as the showrunner. It's based on a 2024 Israeli series of the same name.
Interesting.
This is an adaptation. It is described by Deadline as a sweeping, modern, romantic epic that follows an intense affair between two people whose lives unexpectedly intertwine. Annika, played by Claire Danes, is a renowned breast cancer surgeon who has just received her own cancer diagnosis. Her new patient, Nate, is a promising politician. The series will explore their interwoven lives, delving into themes of love, sex, illness, death, family, children, health, medicine, and the meaning of life.
Blimey, lots of
That's
stuff
all
going
the
on.
themes.
All of that in one show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds,
Dull.
to bring an 80s phrase back, pretty heavy.
It does sound pretty heavy, pretty intense.
But it's Claire Danes. She's...
Claire
I
Danes.
know, I'm certain that will, if done rightly, be a feature of awards, nominations for years to come.
Some people will watch that show.
Maybe she will be able to add to those Emmys.
Maybe.
And talking of... is it going to open? I tell you what, whenever I am doing this, there is always at least one link that just won't open for the first time.
How strange.
And my computer just doesn't like your internet for whatever reason.
That's because websites are rubbish these days.
Yeah, I think it is. Like, absolutely no issues with the first few, and now we've just come to a screeching halt. Because I want to talk about a new Netflix movie.
Okay.
Starring someone who's obviously got the bug for working with Netflix, because he worked with them last year on his first ever TV show, and now he returns for a movie, and that is none other than the legendary Robert De Niro.
Okay. Yeah.
And he will star in the upcoming movie for Netflix called The Whisper Man.
Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah, this arrives in August. Summer blockbuster. Maybe. Also starring in this alongside De Niro are none other than Adam Scott and Michelle Monaghan. Netflix has just released a first look in terms of several set photos and the like. No trailer yet. And this is Netflix's 6th collaboration with Agbo, who are the Russo brothers production company.
Interesting.
So...
Some
all
of
those
them have gone
extraction
well.
movies.
Some of them have gone well, some not so well.
The Grey Man, Electric State, all those things. This is another adaptation of a novel, a New York Times best-selling novel, The Whisper Man. And it surrounds a creepy playground rhyme.
Ooh.
Netflix's official synopsis says that this story follows a widowed crime writer whose 8-year-old son is suddenly abducted. Desperate, he is forced to turn to his estranged father, a retired police detective, for help. Together, they discover a horrifying connection between a recent abduction and a decades-old cold case involving a convicted serial killer known locally as the Whisper Man.
Ooh.
When children start vanishing and the old playground rhyme begins to circulate once more, the retired detective who originally locked away the so-called Whisper Man must spring back into action.
Sounds good.
Like Simon.
It does sound a bit like Simon. Do you think Robert De Niro is going to be the Whisper Man?
Do you know that'll be the twist? I'm presuming he's the retired detective.
Yeah, same.
But, I mean, that was literally the plot of Simon.
Yeah, it was.
Last week.
Exactly that. Oh, imagine if it's a remake of Simon.
Someone watched that and went, tell you what, if only we could get someone like Adam Scott and Robert De Niro, we could turn this into something good. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think even with that script, I don't think even those two would make that film work.
I don't think so. Talking of Netflix hits, because we're still rolling with Netflix cancel everything, but what's this? Our fourth story about something new that's on its way this year. Is the latest of the Harlan Coben production.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if this guy writes stuff live, as in like for the
feels like it,
or if he's just got a massive back catalogue. But my God, he produces some.
They turn around the TV shows very quickly, don't they?
So Netflix has announced that its next sort of UK adaptation of a Harlan Coben piece of work, because they've got this thing, haven't they, where he's got so much stuff to adapt that there's like a Polish adaptation of some of his stuff. You know, I think there's a couple of Spanish ones, and there's been an American one, and now we've got. I think traditionally the last few years it's been right after Christmas, hasn't it?
Yeah. Where
like there's been a tentpole release of a Harlan Coben adaptation. One of the ones which did the best, certainly over here, was forgive me, I can't remember. Oh, Fool Me Once it was, which was the Michelle Keegan starring one, which seemed to take off more than any other for some reason. Well, they're looking to put lightning back in the bottle because she has signed up for this next adaptation of The Woods.
The Woods.
Yeah, okay. It will be the usual 8-episode limited series. Also starring in it, Tom Bateman, Mandeep Dillon, and Pierce Quigley.
Oh, okay.
He's taken the Harlan Coben gravy train.
Can't blame him.
Variety says that The Woods tells the story of a barrister and single father, Paul Copeland, whose sister Camille vanished from a summer camp 2 decades earlier. After her disappearance tore his family apart, Cope was determined to rebuild his life. But 20 years later, the traumatic event returns to haunt him after the body of a man who was believed to have been murdered alongside Camille unexpectedly turns up. With the help of his first love, Lucy, the lawyer is determined to turn every skeleton out of the closet in his search for answers and to try and find out whether Camille might still be alive.
Nice. Sounds very much like a Harlan Coben story.
Doesn't it? The supporting cast of this has got some interesting names in it.
Go on.
James Buckley.
Okay.
Tom Allen.
The comedian?
Yeah.
Right.
Tracy Ann Oberman.
Okay.
Who's, I think she was EastEnders, but also pops up in some.
She was in Friday Night Dinner, wasn't she?
With, stuff, yeah.
She was the auntie.
Nicola Stevenson, who is again that sort of, that's her sort of profile as well. Yeah, they are all in this on board as well.
Interesting. There are currently 35 published Harlan Coben novels.
Wow.
The first one was in 1991.
Crazy.
Which is 35 years ago. So I think maybe one a year. One a year, pretty much, yeah.
Fair play.
100 million books in print worldwide.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. No release date yet.
Okay.
But, I mean, if they've already started, you could maybe hit that first week in January. It's not that difficult, is it? It's only a TV drama. They've already got a book.
Yeah, the script's already written.
But obviously, we can update on that as and when we hear. Talking of updates, some new numbers on the increasing proliferation of users opting to go with the advertising supported option for streaming services in the UK. And we are not far from the tipping point where the ad-supported version becomes the most popular version, at least in this country. Yeah. Numerator has been running the numbers using the abacus and says that the UK streaming market is on the precipice of a historic shift.
Okay.
As the number of households with ad-supported video services looks set to overtake ad-free subscription within the next 3 months.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. In quarter 1 of 2026, ad-supported subscriptions rose to 13.7 million, while ad-free tiers fell to 14.1 million. Therefore, the gap is just 370,000 households.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Netflix first announced they were going to launch an ad-based service?
Everyone was up in arms.
Everybody
I'm cancelling it.
Nobody was going to sign up for it. It's a disgrace. It was a disaster. And now it's going to be the norm.
There's no putting this one back in the bowl. Netflix revealed that it, in the last 12 months, has generated $3 billion. That's £2.2 billion of revenue from adverts.
There you go. That's definitely not going away.
So there you go. Indeed. Yeah. The ad tier reach is estimated in the UK at 11.91 million people.
Wow.
And 68% of new Netflix subscribers opt for the ad-supported tier.
68%?
Yes, in the first quarter of 2026.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's mad. There's more people they can get on the service, the better. And
yeah.
If you're happy with ads, then go with it.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That is some interesting numbers.
I must admit, when we're watching the films for the show on Amazon, and I have ads on Amazon, and sometimes it's nice to just catch up on your notes.
Yeah, it can be helpful. What is weird is the unpredictability of it.
Yes, it just appears.
Because I think this week when I watched the movie for this week's show, it was literally one at the start, one near the end.
Yeah,
or 2/3 through, or something like that. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I think I had like 4 advert breaks.
Yeah, definitely. Was it Come to Daddy? Was that? No, that was Netflix. There was one film we did recently where I'd got loads of adverts in it. I was like, this is crazy.
Try to keep you on your toes, I suppose.
Yeah.
Another renewal.
Okay.
From Netflix. For a show that is so new, I haven't got around to starting it yet.
Okay.
But I do want to, and my daughter as well. She's like, yeah, can we watch this together? So maybe we'll start that over this long weekend. Is the new animated Stranger Things show.
Oh, yes.
Stranger Things, Tales from 85.
I saw this.
Netflix have already confirmed that they have renewed it for season 2.
Wow.
Yeah. The first series debuted this week at number 7 in the top 10 shows.
Okay.
Yeah. And has already in it, like say its first week, its first few days even, secured a top spot in the top 15 animated series debuts of all time.
Okay.
On the streamer.
Nice.
So there you go.
Well, I mean, even if that show had not done any numbers, Netflix are not going to cancel the Stranger Things series.
No.
That was not happening.
No. Showrunner Eric Robles.
Cool name.
Yeah. Said, working on season 1 has been an incredibly rewarding experience. Now that it's out into the world, seeing fans connect with these characters, whether they've loved them for years or just meeting them for the first time, has been truly special. I am excited to continue the journey.
Good. I'm glad that's doing well.
Do you think you'll check it out? Not sure.
I will, but maybe not yet.
Not high profile.
It's not high on my list. I don't know. I feel like I'm still in a bit of a Stranger Things hangover.
Fair. I think that's fair.
Plus, there's other stuff in the way.
Yeah.
I've not got to Beef yet.
No, me neither.
I've not got to Something Very Bad is going to happen. I want to get to that at some point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's other stuff in the way.
There's a backlog.
There is. From is back now, and that is an amazing TV show.
I don't think this one will wet your whistle.
Okay.
I have described this as the only sport more boring than Formula 1.
Right. There's a sport more boring than Formula 1?
I think so.
Okay.
Although it is very much from the same tree, should we say.
Right.
A different branch on the same tree. That's NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
Because that's literally just a circle.
Yeah, that is just driving in circles.
So, NASCAR is getting the prestige TV show treatment.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure influenced by the popularity of all this F1 shoulder programming
Yeah.
and the F1 movie. AMC have commissioned a NASCAR-based drama series.
Drama series? Not even a documentary?
No,
Right.
a scripted show. Which they will work with NASCAR. They want the access, all the footage.
They're going to need the cars and the tracks.
Use the extras, free extras there when you've got a stadium full. And this thing's going to star Dennis Quaid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a name you don't hear very often.
He's back in NASCAR form. And it's going to be called Thunder Road.
Oh, nice.
Will they be able to afford that song? Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? It will, according to Deadline and AMC. Thunder Road will follow the multi-generational saga of the fictional Whitlock family. That's what these shows do, don't they? It's like Yellowstone.
Yeah, just make up a family and then just pretend they've been there forever.
Their legacy in stock car racing is as deep as the family's ties to the Southern Hill Country roots that shaped them. Quaid will play racing legend Wrecking Ball Dwayne Whitlock.
Now, looking at and knowing what Dennis Quaid looks like, he does not look like somebody who's called Wrecking Ball Wade Whitlock or whatever it was. Dwayne. Wrecking Ball Wade Whitlock is a
Wade Whitlock. Yeah.
He doesn't look like a Dwayne. That's for sure. You can almost see that show, can't you?
Totally.
You can almost see exactly what
Days of Thunder meets Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
Just
that southern vibe to it.
Yeah. You can see it, can't you? You can see the tracking shots. Sun's going down over the edge of the oval.
Yeah.
You know, cars revving.
They live in a big house. There's always a big house.
Dwayne is trying to come to terms with the fact he's probably now managing a team.
Yeah.
But I imagine he has a son who's maybe
going off the rails, maybe, or getting involved, or both.
Yeah.
A daughter who's going off the rails and a son who's trying to be the next big thing.
Trying to live in his shadow.
His wife will be played by that woman who was in Nashville. What's her name?
Who was in like 911.
Yeah.
Connie Britton.
Britton, yes.
Yeah. That was good casting.
Yeah.
This thing writes itself.
You can just see it.
According to AMC, Quaid will play Wrecking Ball Dwayne Whitlock, a towering figure who built a racing empire from a legacy of moonshine runs and dirt tracks. Oh, so he's going to have a Smokey and the Bandit type backstory. With ruthless competitors who will stop at nothing to dethrone and destroy them, the Whitlocks are a blue-collared dynasty at the edge of extinction, and the old king is fighting to hold on to the crown.
That's exactly what I just thought it would be. Lots of guitar music.
Sure.
Posters of like a sunset going down over a road.
I think I've talked myself round. I think it's better than
I think
F1.
I might be in.
It's better than F1.
I think it might be in.
It's better than F1. I've decided.
Watch it become the best show on TV.
It could happen.
Yeah, it easily could
that,
happen.
you know, AMC's track record. It could happen. I love a crossover movie. Just a random crossover movie.
Okay.
Like, do you remember a few years ago? It never got off the ground, but there was strong rumours that there was a Transformers 21 Jump Street thing going to happen.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted, and it just didn't quite happen. We've got something which seems like a strange mashup, but then you think about it a bit more. I say it's a strange mashup in terms of the style of the two films that are being mashed up.
Okay.
But I feel that the characters, actually, there's something here.
Right.
And this is the fact that moving forward is a Django Unchained / Zorro mashup movie.
Wow.
At Sony. And it's landed a scriptwriter in the form of, I think you would say, quite a legendary scriptwriter, actually, as he was behind none other than LA Confidential. I just completely lost the name. Brian Helgeland.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
He's been tapped to write the crossover movie. Yeah.
Interesting. How does that mash together?
What I didn't know is that there's form here because Quentin Tarantino and a chap called Matt Wagner co-wrote a comic series in 2014 that put these two characters together.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So is this going to be based on that? Or?
No, this will, according to Variety, revolve around a new story, but will follow the exploits of Django, bounty hunter played by Jamie Foxx in a 2012 movie, Django Unchained.
Whoa, I sent a shiver down my spine.
As he forms an unlikely alliance with a legendary mass vigilante known as Zorro, who was obviously, would we say in Hollywood terms, most famously played by Antonio Banderas?
100%.
Yeah.
That's intriguing.
But surely both of those dudes,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're in the running
Yeah.
or if this is a new cast. Both of those dudes would be highly interested in those roles, I would think.
You would think
given
so,
where
yeah.
they are in their career.
Yeah, you would think so. Whether they'd both get cast in those roles is another thing.
Look, let's see if it happens, but it's in early development. There's no director on board yet, but there will be a script.
Interesting.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
For it.
Bizarre one.
A couple more bits of movie news to round us off. And this is another moving forward that has been long rumoured, I would say. Almost since the first movie came out, a sequel has been talked about.
Okay.
And that is I Am Legend 2.
Right.
This thing is now with a director.
Okay.
According to Collider, Stephen Capel Jr. is hard at work on I Am Legend 2. He directed Creed 2
Okay.
and Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Nice. I've not seen
I
that.
presume is the Transformers with all the when they turn into gorillas and stuff.
Yeah.
He has also directed the first 2 episodes of Netflix's Man on Fire, which just arrived this week.
Yeah.
And there's another thing to add to
to
the
the
very long list of things that I need to watch. And it is believed that this sequel to I Am Legend would jump off from what is the alternate ending of the Will Smith movie, which I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's quite
It's quite a famous alternate ending,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's almost people consider it canon now.
yes, that is basically the little twist that it's all the beings see Will Smith as the monster
Yeah.
in the new world, and it sort of twists the whole thing.
I don't even want to know what year I Am Legend was.
I don't know if I have that in front of me, but I am going to guess. Maybe it's not quite as old as I thought. This is saying it's approximately 20 years. I don't know why.
My head
I thought I was going to say about 2002.
my head was saying 2007.
Okay,
So I'll look it up while you carry on.
fine. So yeah, maybe it's not quite as old as I thought, but
2007.
nice.
Get me.
Nice.
I know my shit.
So yeah, I like I say, there's been a few attempts to get the sequel off the ground over the years, but the fact that there is now a director attached feels like that's probably more concrete than
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
previous attempts to date. Okay, and then the final piece of news for this week, which I think if you're into this will be great news for you, is that production has begun on the Elden Ring movie.
Oh, okay.
That's a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
if
it's
you're
big
that way inclined in games,
Yeah.
gamers.
Yeah, people love Elden Ring.
And Alex Garland
Oh, okay.
is directing this.
Wow. Big name.
Yeah. Novelist turned director. So he wrote all at least the first couple, 28 Days Later. Sunshine. I think he might have directed that one.
Yes, I think he did.
And what was the Netflix one? Really weird Natalie Portman one where they're on not Evolution. Do you know which one I mean?
Yeah.
They're on like this picturesque planet and everything is out to eat them and stuff, and it's really weird. Anyway, Annihilation.
Yeah.
And Civil War was his most recent movie. Yes, this will be shot on IMAX.
Nice.
And has not a full cast release, but will include in roles that we're not sure of Kit Connor, Ben Whishaw, Kylie Spaney, Jonathan Price, Nick Offerman, and Peter Serafinowicz.
Wow, good cast.
All on board of that. It even has a release date, which is March the 3rd, 2028.
Oh, another 2 years to wait for it, but awesome.
Yeah, that's all the news.
Excellent, good news. Well done. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I watched a couple of things, which I'll just note as like a bit of a sidebar. My oldest daughter has been getting into Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay, yeah.
Because she... my God, there's some good episodes. You forget how many... There are some real corkers in there. Like... And the performances.
Yeah.
Just...
I used to love
Malcolm. I know you talked about the new...
Yeah.
The new episodes a couple of weeks ago. So I've not got to those yet, but... That's so good.
It's a great show. It is a great show.
And then the only other thing I've really watched is the new Hulk Hogan documentary.
Same, I've
on
watched
Netflix.
all 4 episodes of this as well. What did you think?
Right, so I thought I by far preferred the first episode.
Yes.
Because I found that the most interesting in terms of, I didn't know about the guy's upbringing and his early years. I don't know if I can give a proper sort of unbiased review on this thing because from what I know of Hulk Hogan, he was
a piece of shit.
Well, besides that, just a renowned
liar,
compulsive liar.
Yeah,
and this thing sort of it presents everything he says as fact.
Yes.
And most of it's crap. Like, not to get really nerdy, but like he still talks about like, when I went out to wrestle Andre the Giant, I didn't know if he was gonna lose, and it's like, well, everyone knows that's a lie.
Yeah.
It's as planned as anything.
It's been proven a lie years ago.
Yeah. This is the guy who claims that he was like Metallica wanted him to come in and play bass for them, and he turned them down.
And he turned down the George Foreman grill, which has also been proven not true.
And it's like, that is before you get to the fact that the guy, like, I don't think it's enough for a documentary of a polarizing figure like this to just say, when you come to talking about the difficult stuff about him being a massive racist on a number of occasions and not really being apologetic for it, because his apologies were basically, I'm sorry I got caught, not I'm sorry I said those things. I don't think it's enough to just have people go, well, everyone makes mistakes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So but as a piece of, like, it's slick.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, what I was surprised at is some of the footage is stuff I've never seen, like, of him, especially in that first episode of the really early days. But I just feel it has to have a massive asterisk by it.
I agree. I mean, they do. I'm surprised they touched on the controversy at all, and you've got to give them a bit of plaudits because they did.
Yeah.
But they did miss a lot of it out, and
basically the last 20 years of his life was controversy after controversy.
Yeah, and a lot of that was squeezed into half an hour of the last episode. But overall, I thought it was quite an interesting show. I mean, like you just said, you have to take everything he says with a pinch of salt, and you kind of have to read between the lines. And there are better documentaries out there about not his career, but that period of wrestling. And the different, like the WCW stuff, that was done in a few seconds, a few minutes.
Oh, that was another one.
There's a lot more to that story than they made out.
Yeah, so that was another one where he was just like, well, I turned bad and I knew it was going to be brilliant. And it's, no, the reality was they were pleading with him to go through with it for weeks beforehand. And he was like, oh, no, I don't know if I should. Yeah. And like, but he presents it as, well, I was the mastermind.
If you want to know the story of WCW, there are much better documentaries out there that would go into a lot more detail than that one did.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't. And this is the vicious circle of this sort of thing, isn't it? Where I think something like The Last Dance, what separates that from something like this is that even though that got all the participants in front of camera,
Yeah.
they were all, to differing degrees, able to be a bit more introspective and say, well, that was a mistake. Do you know what I mean? Whereas this is a fluff piece, but it's got all the access to people and footage.
I think it's quite telling how few wrestlers are involved in it.
Yeah.
There's
It's his friends.
There's his friends.
Plus Bret Hart.
And Bret Hart. Because Bret Hart will turn up to anything.
Yeah. But he's the one guy who doesn't give a shit.
No, because he never has give a shit.
It was just...
Bret Hart would say that about anybody if you paid him to do it. A documentary about Bret Hart would be fascinating because that guy's a piece of shit as well. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It was maybe too long. One of them's an hour and 20 minutes. I'm like, I don't need this long. No. But I thought it was pretty interesting. There's a lot of it not in there that should have been in there.
What I actually liked most about it was I was a bit surprised, but in a good way, how much his first wife was in it.
Yes.
But especially the first couple of episodes, that was more interesting to me, was all the home, because she always had a video camera with her.
Yeah.
All through the 80s. So all that home footage stuff, that was really interesting.
She's a strange woman as well. Though.
Yeah.
There's something not right there as well.
Obviously, his daughter didn't turn up because she was estranged from the fact she just took herself away from the freak show, and it's fucked up.
Yeah, the whole story's fucked up. It's a mess.
But like I say, it's that vicious circle of, if you want, with that sort of subject, you kind of have to placate them to get the access and
and obviously
the footage, but that means you can't really do that deep dive into.
And obviously, when they started making it, it became what it wasn't supposed to be. He died halfway through making it, so the original documentary isn't what we're seeing now. So obviously, there's a lot of stuff they've had to change and add in. I imagine all the stuff, the controversial stuff, wasn't going to be there in there at all because he wouldn't have allowed it. And when he was alive, he wouldn't have allowed it.
It's easy to make that last bit when he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. And then so I imagine some of the other wrestlers coming in and talking about him wouldn't have been there. It was literally just going to be, I think it was just going to be an interview with Hulk Hogan. And it turned into what it turned into because of what happened. But it's very interesting. But there are better documentaries out. If you're looking for a documentary about wrestling or the history of wrestling, there's better documentaries out there. But it's quite a good, interesting story of him and his life and who he was. But you just have to read between the lines because you can't trust anything he says.
Yeah, talk about an unreliable narrator.
He once claimed to wrestle 400 days in 1 year.
Yeah.
Because of how many times he was flying to and from Japan, he reckoned the time is worked out, and there's just no way. Yeah. So you just have to take everything he says with a pinch of salt. But
I am under no doubt he believes all that shit.
Oh, he 100%. I believed it. Yeah, 100%. But
anyway.
And then Donald Trump turns up, and you're like,
yeah, exactly. It immediately undermines the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really did. But they portrayed it like that.
Two men cut from the same cloth, I would
100%,
say, in many ways,
100%.
in terms of their.
That's why they were so friendly with each other. I
think
the documentary did a good job, touching on it quickly, of putting over the fact that he did that speech for Trump's election campaign really was the final nail in the coffin of his character. I think they did tell that story quite well.
Well, he had hooked his trailer to the
wrong,
like I say, doubling down, non-apologies, and then he's getting in bed with that lot.
Yeah,
it's like,
and that's why he got booed off the screen on his last ever TV performance. And I mean, there's no kidding about everybody in the WWE. Most people in the WWE are solid Republicans who are huge Trump supporters, all of them, but a lot of them keep it quiet. And Hogan's final nail was that he didn't, and that's why people booed him out of the arena. Right. Anything else?
I think no, that's it.
I watched too much reality TV show last weekend. I was away with the family and the TV was just on, and I'm like, my brain was dying. Graham Norton's new show is awfully bad.
Well, is that a game show?
It's a reality show called The Neighborhood, where like 4 or 5 families have moved into these. They've like taken over this village somewhere,
right?
And they've moved all these families in, and then all they have to do is like not get kicked out by the other families.
All right,
so they just have to live there Yeah,
to just live a
they
life.
just live a life and like try and
Sounds
get on with the neighbours. And if you don't get on with them, at the end of every day, they get a for sale sign and put it outside your house. And then the most for sale, it was so bad.
And that just feels like the sort of thing that would be so manufacturing its drama so much.
I watched it for an hour and I'm like, nothing is happening in this. They didn't have to do any games or anything. They were just like chatting about how much they hated each other. It was, ugh. And Graham Norton made me laugh. He was interviewed by Chris Moyles last week. And he's like, he took it on because it's something completely new and unique in the reality TV world. And I'm like, it's exactly the same as every other reality TV show.
Was the money shaking in his pockets as he said that?
Exactly. It's dreadful. Don't watch it. Right. Shall we move on?
Let's.
It's the end of the month, or it's the start of a new month.
Indeed.
If you want to be an optimist. So we need to tell you what's coming to Netflix UK in May. Do we not?
Go for it.
Would you like to find out with me, Nick?
I really would.
I have a website here. Ladies First is coming on a date to be decided in May,
Okay.
which is a romantic comedy starring Sacha Baron Cohen and Rosamund Pike.
Fine.
Interested?
Yeah.
On the 1st of May, which is now gone, but it has not gone for us yet, all 7 seasons of 30 Rock are coming to Netflix UK.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
That might be time for a rewatch of 30 Rock. I've been threatening it for a long time, and now it's easier to do. I might do that. What else? Cruel Intentions 2?
Okay. I think they ended up making about 5 of those movies. Just, like when the American Pie, they just kept making sequels direct to video. I think that happened with that franchise as well.
2000 that was.
Wow.
There's an animated feature called Swapped coming, which centres on 2 woodland creatures and sworn enemies who swap bodies, starring the voice talents of Michael B. Jordan, Juno Temple, and Tracy Morgan.
Oh, Freaky Friday, but
Morgan.
with raccoons.
I think it looks
it's
to
a Tracy
this,
Morgan month on Netflix.
It looks to this like a chipmunk and a parrot.
Okay.
That's from the picture I've got in front of me. There's a family drama called Harold and the Purple Crayon. It's got Zachary Levi in it.
Okay. I feel like I've heard of that.
Little Drummer Girl is a miniseries starring Florence Flo Poe as Charlie, a radical left-wing actress who is thrust into the world of espionage to stop a deadly terrorist plot in London. Bugsy from 1991 is coming. On May the 6th, the Countdown of Russi versus Carano is a sports docu-series that will follow the behind-the-scenes of the training camps of Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano.
Okay.
Love is Blind Poland.
Brilliant. Just what we need.
Season 2 of The Chestnut Man, which is a Danish crime drama.
I haven't caught up on season 1.
Same. Legends, season 1. Have you aware of Legends?
No.
It's a new crime thriller starring Steve Coogan, set in the 1990s UK when a team of customs officials went undercover to infiltrate criminal drug gangs.
Oh, I think I do remember us talking about that.
Yeah, we did briefly mention it.
When it was given the green light.
USA 94, Brazil's Return to Glory is a sports documentary centered on the incredible 1994 Brazil World Cup winning team that returned to their country to the top of international football after a 24-year wait.
That's timely, because that was the last World Cup in America, wasn't it? To where it returns this summer.
Absolutely. Remarkably Bright Creatures is coming on May the 8th. That's my birthday. That is the new Sally Field movie.
Okay.
She stars as Tova, an elderly caretaker who helps a young man find his father. I've seen the trailer for that. It looks all right.
Nice.
There is a documentary. Oh, no. Pop Culture Jeopardy is coming, which is a new version of Jeopardy, the quiz show.
Right.
Heads to Netflix, where a panel of contestants attempt to show off their knowledge of pop culture to a $300,000 grand cash prize, hosted by Colin Jost. The Roast of Kevin Hart is coming on May the 11th.
Fantastic.
Stand-up comedy special as a panel of comedians and celebrity guests take aim at Kevin Hart. Devil May Cry Season 2, May the 12th.
Yep.
Marty, Life is Short is a documentary looking back on the life of Martin Short.
I bet that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I bet it will actually. The Steve Martin one was really good.
Yeah.
That's on Apple, I think. That was really good. Randomly, Silent Night, Deadly Night is coming to Netflix, which is a Christmas slasher movie starring Rowan Campbell, who dresses as Santa committing murder for the people who have been naughty. Untold UK.
Oh, yes, we
These
talked
are
about
all
these,
coming.
didn't we?
So on the first one that's coming is on May the 12th is the Jamie Vardy sports documentary. As he follows his rise from non-league football to the pinnacle of English football. So that's a terrible sentence. So he's scored dozens of goals and become the star striker of Leicester's Premier League winning underdog team.
Yeah, how's that working out for them now?
10 years is a long time. The Bus, a French football mutiny. A sports documentary centered on the mutiny of the French football team at the 2010 World Cup, which triggered global headlines and outrage from Les Blues fans.
All the World Cup documentaries.
Yep, lots of football. The Crash is a true crime documentary focused on Mackenzie Shriller, a 17-year-old who intentionally crashed her car into a brick wall in Ohio, killing her boyfriend and his friend. Sounds like fun.
Wow, that's dark.
The Wonderfuls is a Korean superhero comedy show starring Park Eun-bin and Shea Yuen-woo, who are part of a group of townies with dysfunctional superpowers who fight evil in the growing doomsday panic of 1999. That's coming on May the 15th, if you're interested in that one. May the 17th is the fight, Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. That is live on May the 17th. In Her Shoes, the 2005 romantic comedy starring Cameron Diaz and Toni Collette. Then there's, on May the 19th, another Untold UK, Liverpool's Miracle of Istanbul. On the same day that Wanda Sykes' new stand-up comedy special is coming.
What a double feature.
The Burrows is the big one, I guess, for
nice.
this month. May the 21st, that is the Duffer Brothers' new show. I didn't realise that was coming that quick.
They've not... I think they've produced it,
Produced
haven't
it,
they?
does say. Duffer Brothers produced sci-fi series centered on a group of unlikely heroes from a retirement community that must work together to stop an otherworldly threat.
Yeah.
Old People versus Aliens.
Yes.
I didn't realise it was coming
I didn't
that
either.
soon, to be honest. We only talked, it doesn't seem like we talked about it that long ago. Maxine is coming, which is the Maya Goth horror movie.
Yes.
That's a great film. Check that out if you've not watched it. There is a new live Japanese late night talk show coming called Monday Late Night Show. Mating Season 1. This is the new adult animated show from the producers of Big Mouth.
Nice, yes.
It's the animal version of Big Mouth.
Yeah.
So it's the same cast, I think.
Okay.
They're just doing it as animals rather than children. Centurions and Centurions 2 are both coming on May the 22nd.
I've definitely seen the first one. I'm not sure about the second one.
I think Russell Brand's in one of them.
I think so, yeah.
It Ends With Us is a romantic drama starring Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
That's the one that they ended up all suing each other over, isn't it?
May the 23rd.
Do you know, there was that whole, which I know is still ongoing.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what the actual move is about.
It doesn't even tell you on here. May the 26th, another Untold UK. That is the Vinnie Jones one, his career. Season 2 of the Four Seasons is coming on May the 28th.
Nice. Yeah.
That is the...
I don't know if you can do that. That was such a good, unexpected surprise. I'm just like, can we do that again?
Can we do it again?
Is
that show was so good.
Yeah.
I will definitely check it out.
Yeah, same. That was a high bar.
Can it be as good as season 1? That is a good point. Viral Hit season 1 is a Japanese thriller centered on a bullied high school student who starts his own streaming channel in an attempt to claw his way out of poverty. There's another documentary about another Brazilian football team. Okay. Brazil 70, sports graphics centered on the 1970 World Cup Brazil winning team, featuring icons such as Pelé, Dada, Jairzinho, and Carlos Alberto.
Pele, he'd be Italian.
He would be, wouldn't he?
He wouldn't be.
He'd be a terrible footballer as well. He'd snap all over the place.
If it rained, he'd just go to pieces.
That's coming on May the 29th. There is a tennis documentary about Rafa Nadal coming. Guess what that's called? Rafa. Yeah. And then on May the 31st, finally this month, the 51st AFI Lifetime Achievement Award, a tribute to Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Live tribute to the beloved actor and comedian Eddie Murphy. That's coming on May the 31st. So there's quite a lot of stuff coming.
Yeah.
Not much big name stuff, but there's quite a lot. I've missed quite a lot out there as well, to be fair. But so yeah, there's loads coming to Netflix. If you've got the ad plan, congratulations. Right, let's get out of here. So we're going to go off now and talk about the Tales from the Lodge.
Yes.
Which stars Johnny Vegas and Mackenzie Crook. And we'll be back on Thursday to talk to you about that.
Cheers.
Bye.